Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to War on the Sea. This episode is going to be a bit awkward because I have already recorded it before. But because my drive went bad, my hard drive failed or is in the process of failing, the file couldn't be retrieved after recording it, and because of that I'm re-recording the whole episode. This means that I have, let's say, some prescient knowledge about what happens where and when. I know, for example, that the Enterprise that I had sent towards the Shortland Islands is not able to bombard this place, as I had planned under the cover of darkness, because I don't have a heavy cruiser or a battleship in this particular group. So I immediately can send the Enterprise back on her way south. The ship has taken some damage, but is otherwise okay. Some of their escorts, I think it was one of the cruisers, yeah, the Chevalier is slightly damaged. The Jenkins and the Oban, unfortunately, are fine. Also, over here I have Task Force 16. That seems to be a favorite name for the game. We're going to recall this, or rename this to the Washington. And I'm going to send them on their way towards the front line. Hornet, Task Force 16. Hornet is still operating over here just northwest of Rennell Island, and I know that there are no fewer than 3 submarines operating close to her. So that needs to be addressed. The Tailor is heading back home after taking serious damage from a torpedo, and Task Force, believe it or not, Task Force 16. This is a task force, we're going to call this the Supply Runner. It's on the way towards the Rennell Islands to resupply the guys over there. And then, of course, we have a couple of submarines which are RTBing. The Sneaky Boys are heading back out. We have TF-17, the Haddock and the Herring. I'm going to send them forward. TF-18 forward. And I have 110 points, which is going to make some people very happy, because it means I get to buy a new battleship. This is going to be a battleship of the South Dakota class. I'm going to be fielding the Massachusetts. Since the battleship provides the firepower, I can have the destroyers provide the assistance that the battleship will need. So we're going to go with a couple of... You know what, let's do something else. Let's do something else but Fletchers. Somers class. I believe that these guys were heavy on torpedoes. 8 launchers. 6 Mark 5 or 6 5-inch barrels. Benham. Oh, Benham has dual purpose, but only 4 guns. Sims. It is important to me that these things are dual purpose, because they will have to double as NTR guns as well, since I'm not planning on sending a Fletcher with these, or an NTR cruiser with these guys. Let's see, Gridley. Porter class. 8 guns, but they're not dual purpose. Oh, you were such a nice candidate. I have 30 points to spend. They do carry depth charges, of course. Yeah, but I really need the dual-purpose guns. And the Massachusetts itself already carries an impressive array of secondaries, so is capable of dealing with destroyers. No, I'm going to need more in the NTR role. Would this suffice? Yeah, we can field the Farragut, the McDonough, and the Monahan. There. 98 points, and... Oh, actually, if I scratch 1 destroyer, I might be able to send a light cruiser with him. An Atlanta class, because these are 18 points. So if I remove that, yeah, that would fit exactly within the profile. We're going to send the Flint. So we now have Massachusetts, Farragut, McDonough, and Flint. Formation not line ahead. Formation... circular, with battleship being in slot number 2. So 3 and 4, let's see, I want these guys to swap 2 and like that. So we've got Flint, Massachusetts, McDonough, Farragut. Done. New ship recruited, Task Force 16, oh you don't say. This is going to be the Massachusetts. I'm going to send it towards the front line, where it'll arrive in a little more than a day, or at least that's when it hits Rennell Island. And then, of course, the next objective, I'd say, is to bombard Shortland Islands. Now, aside from that, there is not much more that I need to do. I was sending the Hornet north. I'm going to actually sell off this Submarine class, because I don't really need to... Oh yeah, right, you need to get closer. I don't really need to use it. Right now it's just basically wasted command points. 15 points. Task Force 19 has a contact. Task Force oh, hold on, that is new. This didn't happen in the previous recording of this series. Rather, this episode. So TF-19, consisting of Grunion and Barb, packing almost a full array of torpedoes, is encountering 3 destroyers at night, fully dark, and a pretty bad sea state. This is going to be all sorts of fun. Give me the radar and give me the periscope. Oh boy, you guys are really close, aren't you? You are really close. Okay. We're going to turn over to starboard. Grunion's going to turn over to port. The plan is link up the Grunion by turning that way, turn the Barb that way. Let the destroyers come in close. We're going to do this turn very slowly, by the way. Let them come in close. And then torpedo both targets 1 and 2 at the same time. Are you damaged? Yeah, minor. Okay. Now, torpedo needs identification. Well, the torpedo doesn't really care, but the submarine does. This is a Japanese sub. Elevated gun. Torpedo launcher. Gun. Nope, not a Moleemann class. Minakaze. Lines up. Target 1 assumed Minakaze. Target 2. We're getting dangerously close to the terrain where everything starts looking alike. Shiratsuyu, I guess. Big funnel. Small funnel. Gun. Torpedo launcher. Another gun. Target 2, assumed Shiratsuyu class. I have only sunk 1. Marusame. Target 3. Not a Shiratsuyu class. Could be an Akizuki, but the funnels don't line up. So what exactly are you then? Because you only have 1 funnel. Could be an Akizuki. Could only be an Akizuki, I think. Target 3, assumed Akizuki. Range from the Barb. I want the Barb to target the Minakaze. I want the Grunion to target the Shiratsuyu. Considering that the weather is pretty terrible and these ships are at speed. You know, I think I need the Barb to turn to starboard. If that's not what she was doing already. Oh, those boys are getting really close. And they're moving away at 29 knots. I don't think my torpedoes can catch that, can they? My torpedoes do 30 knots, so barely. I'm not going to do this encounter. Because I cannot catch them in time. Although, I cannot catch the Minakaze. What I might be able to catch is Shiratsuyu or Akizuki. Let's target Akizuki. Solution, 40, 50... I guess we're going to have to go for that launch right about now. 5 degrees, send it. A bit of a speedy launch, a bit of a hasty job, but I think it needs to do... Well, it needs to do some damage. And we're going to disengage with this sub, this boat. So you're going to dive, turn to flank. You're going to go there. That means that they might find the Grunion in their path. Let's see if these torps are going to do anything at all. Provided, of course, that I can spot them. This thing is doing 30 knots. I think my torpedoes are going to be too slow. Yeah. No joy. I have no idea where the torps went in the first place. So let's just leave. Oh, hold on. Let's not. Here are the torps. It just took them a while to catch up. We might be able to score a destroyer here. Yeah. Hit. Dud. You always gotta have at least one. Hit. Do we get another? Yes? No? No. but the damage is done. The Akizuki is burning. Shiratsuyu is coming about, looking to see who the hell did that. And at the place where the barb was, they might find the Grunyon. I think Akizuki is toast. Heavy damage and heavy flooding. It's really going to come down to it. Can they still fix that, yes or no? Sometimes they can. Sometimes the damage turns critical and they just can't. Steady as she goes. No, actually turn to port and increase the full speed. I'm going to try and get away from the Shiratsuyu. The weather's terrible, so it's making it very difficult for them to get a good lineup. Get a good detection. Steady. I'm going to shoot the torpedoes at the stern. There she is. 2,200 yards out. Give me the scope. Hello. Okay, buddy. Solution's only 50-56, so it's not great, but we'll have to make it work somehow. 4 torpedoes. Ship's only doing 15 knots. Okay, send it. Very good. Maintain flank speed. Barb, I want you to turn that way now. I don't think we're going to catch the Minakaze. I don't really care about that either. I just want to see if we can get some torps out against the Shiratsuyu. Torps should start turning very soon. I'm probably going to catch this guy, but it's really going to be dud bingo to see if we can kill him or not. I think here they are. Yeah. Oh, that looks pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Dud. Hit. Oh, you missed him. That second torp would have probably been required to kill it. Damn it. Moderate damage only. Is the Akizuki... Oh, the Akizuki is not happy. Good. New target, Akizuki. I'm hoping that this ship is going to run out of steam, and that by doing that, I can torp it again. But it seems like the damage to the Shiratsuyu is not that critical. Bow launchers only have 2 torps ready. Stern, of course, have full. But it looks like the Shiratsuyu is coming at me. Not particularly happy to see me here. Now, considering the range and the solution and the fact that the ship is stationary, I can just launch 2 torps and manually send those against the Akizuki. That still leaves me 4 torpedoes to potentially deal with the Shiratsuyu. But it's risky. And she's coming in at 1,800 yards. Burning and everything. No longer burning. Potentially still flooding. I'm going to try something. She's on a course of 108. I'm almost on the exact opposite heading. If I sent 1 torpedo in the exact direction of the Shiratsuyu, but it has to be exact. It might just hit it. If not, I still have 3 of them left. Firing 1 torp. 1 only. 1 ping for Jilly. Please tell me Akizuki does it... Yeah, okay, she's not moving. So those torps can easily run their course. Shiratsuyu. What's your plan, buddy? Here's the torp. Come on. It's such a small profile to hit. If I can get it, that'd be great. No way. What? Really? That scraped the paint off the side of the hull, but it didn't actually hit the sub or hit the destroyer. Which means that Brendryen now has a problem. Now we have to dive, and we have to be quick about it. You might want to lower the scope. Because we're now going to be approaching this thing at point blank range. We're going to sail almost directly underneath it. We still have one torpedo loaded on the stern. Stick to 80 feet. There's the DD. Close encounters. If this was Battle Stations Midway, I would probably try and torp it, because it would work. But the torpedoes in this game don't quite work the same. She's already dropping depth charges. This is really bad news for the Brendryen. Oh no. Flooding in the engineering compartment. There's nothing I can do. That whole compartment's done. But that was the only damage that I took. Are you continuing on your course? No, you're not. Crap. What? Oh, you're too deep. Okay, go to periscope depth. You too. You need to keep an eye on that destroyer. Okay, at least the Akizuki took one torp, but it also took one dud. Ah, Akizuki sinking. Very good. She's done for. Excellent. Now we just need to sink the other guy. How's our depth control on Brendryen? Not great, I'd say, considering we're still going deeper. Oh shit, she's on top of us again. Uh-oh. How are your torpedoes doing? 3 in the bow, 4 in the stern. But the target continues to zigzag so much that it's difficult to get her. At some point I'm probably going to have to surface with the Brendryen because she's too heavily damaged. We lost it. I really want to sink that destroyer. Fuck, here she comes again. Range to the Shira is 595 yards. Which is probably just shy of where I need to be. There's the sinking Akizuki. I could just leave it, but I don't want to. I want to sink that thing. What's the depth on the Brendryen? 290 feet. We're gonna have to do a surface. Emergency blow. Which means that since the Brendryen's gonna be surfacing, the Barb's gonna have to be really picky about her torpedoes. Range? 900 yards. You know what? Since this sub is almost toast anyway. Too deep. Oh, crap. Depth? 60 feet. Oh! Okay. Well, they're away now. Brendryen, attack. It's only going to be a matter of time before this destroyer opens up to... There we go, open up at the guns. Brendryen, do you have to... Do you still have propulsion? You don't, do you? Grunyon's propulsion has failed. That is terrible. Because I cannot bring the bow gun to bear on the target. Oh no. She keeps sailing away though. Radar, sonar, periscopes, everything. I think that bow torpedo, or that torpedo of mine that hit her in the bow, caused her gun to get knocked out. Because it's not functional. It's only the stern gun. Which means that she might try and come around to do either a torpedo attack, or, I don't know, drop depth charges at me. Yeah, we need to fix that compartment. Now, all is not lost. Because I might still be able to kill the Shiratsuyu with the barb, saving the Grunyon in the process. It's gonna be close, though. Really close. What's the firing angle of that gun? Oh, we're still outside of it. Interestingly, the DD is heading the wrong way. It should have actually stopped with her stern towards me, so that it was able to bring her stern gun to bear. The only functional gun that she has. Because now she cannot do anything. And I think it's causing a bit of confusion for the AI, because it doesn't know how to operate a damaged craft like that. Which means... surface the barb. At this point all bets are off anyway, so I might as well have the barb engage with the gun, believe it or not, against the Shiratsuyu. Otherwise I don't really know what else to do with these shells anyway, so might as well. Whether we're gonna hit it? That's up for debate. We gotta save our wounded sister ship here. Solutions, only 36? 40? 42? There we go. Now we're getting better at it. Range, 3,300 yards. It's probably not comfortable. It's comfortable to be on this submarine in sea state 5, which I believe is pretty bad weather. Uh-oh. Can we dive? Preparing to dive. I'll take it. Just stay at periscope depth, though. Don't do anything silly. If we hit that thing at all... Hold your fire. At this point, the damage... Or, yeah, the chance that I inflict damage against the Grunyon is too great. But she's also starting to fire back with that stern turret. Probably leading to catastrophic damage against the Grunyon. And I cannot return fire because it's... the ship's too close. Well, I can return fire with my gun, but I cannot dive, and I cannot use torpedoes. What a weird encounter this has been. What's the status in Shiratsuyu? Heavy damage and moderate flooding. We might be able to kill her just with the guns. No, 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 no. Hold. Don't dive yet. We can now do 17 knots because we're surfaced. Far faster. Oh crap, there goes the Grunyon. Okay, bye. Range 2,000 yards. Shiratsuyu does not look healthy. Is the damage critical now? No, still, yeah, heavy and heavy. Ooh. Speed 8 knots. But Barb cannot immediately surf or dive. There we go. No, we're not. We're just jumping through waves. Oh, this is going to get so close. Just a lesson in how not to use submarines at this point. Slow. Get ready to launch torps. Bow launcher only. Give me scope. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Periscope depth, buddy. No, periscope depth. P depth. Off scope. Current depth. 55 feet. 53? 50? There she is. Solution 40. Fine, make it a manual launch then. 4 degrees separation, manual fire. Target. Well, right about over there, I guess. I hope that that's where she's going to be by the time that the torps get there. But I think I might have misestimated it. Oh, another explosion aboard the Shiratsuyu. No, we're first going to see what those torps do. She's turning to port. Is she critical? No, still heavy. That means that it won't kill her. Torps look bad. No joy in the torps. I don't really want to surface either, because that stern turret of hers is still functional and considered extremely dangerous. I can trail her for a while, but I can only do 9 knots and she can do 16. So she's already leaving. Your radar. No manual fire, 2 torps. 5 degrees of separation. Solution 60. I'll take it. I really want it dead. But I might have just opened too much of a gap for that ship to get hit. She might squeeze through. And it seems like she is pretty successful in her repair attempts. She's not flooding. Or at least she doesn't look like she's flooding. She looks like she's flooded. Like she's taken some serious flooding. Like it's not critical. Look, turp there, turp there. This is terrible. No. Jesus, she went out of her way to make herself... What? Wow. She went out of her way to make herself a target for the torpedo. Like, she just fully turned to turn into the torpedo. The damage might be critical now. Yes. Well, it wasn't before, but it sure is now. Her speed is nothing. She's dead in the water. What? Oh! Oh dear. The Minakaze's coming back. Yeah. Another secondary explosion. It's going to make it interesting with the Minakaze coming back. Start building a solution against the Minakaze. She has already been damaged, but she looks like she's eager to fight. So we'll give her a fight. I'm going to move perpendicular to my course. So the barb was pretty much there when she launched torps. I'm expecting the Minakaze to race down that way. So I'm going to be at an angle and then launch the torpedoes at the stern. See if that works. How are you not dead? You took 3 torpedoes. The ship's even... The ship's moving again? Wow. Okay. That was unexpected. These things could take a beating and a half. There we go. Minakaze's turning... No, I think she has the location of the barb. She definitely has the location of the barb, because she's turning right to meet it. Okay. In that case, we're probably going to have to pull another trick. Launch torpedoes at the stern. I'm going to do 2 with 1 degree of separation. Manual launch. Just put those torps directly in the way of the destroyer. Directly between myself and the Minakaze. I'm only going to go with 2, so I still have 2 left. Actually, no. 0 degrees. But we're going to do it one by one. Torpedo away. Second torpedo away. Now I have to keep running away from her at the current exact angle and hope that she doesn't change course. Oh, damn it. Missed again. Very, very close, but definitely not a hit. Okay, I'm going to give 1 torpedo to the AI. Just to see what they can do with it. And I'm going to launch another manual. Now since they keep sailing by the port side of the ship, I'm going to give them a bit more starboard lead. There. That's the last torp. There's not much that I can do aside from keep running away. Why is that torp... That torp better start turning. Yeah, it did. Shit. All 4 of them missed. Could somebody inform me why the Shiratsuyu has not been killed off yet? Maybe we just need to leave. Or do I still have a chance? I've got 2 bow torpedo tubes. There's no layer to hide behind. Dive. Go to 280 and turn. Current depth 100. We might not be able to get the submarine, or get the DD. There she is. Yeah, she definitely has us. I do wonder, can I see it? Yes. I can definitely see it. Although I imagine that normally it would be pretty dark. Hello there. What are we going to do about you, huh? How low can you depress your guns? I'm thinking not that low. Because I'm thinking of doing something stupid. I'm thinking of surfacing right next to her. Maybe I've played too much Battle Station specific. But it kind of works there. Stop that shit. Right now. Okay, this is not going anywhere. Surface the ship. We're sinking. Emergency blow. Engage the Minakaze. At this point we should have a pretty good idea where she is. Just point gun and pull trigger. It's really not much more special than that. The problem is, she has more firepower than I do. I only have one, what is it, 3-inch gun? 4-inch gun? And they have substantially more than that. Oh, one 5-inch gun. But I've seen it happen, that submarines kill surface ships like this. But I just don't think it's happening today. The 2 torpedoes at the bow. We're gonna have to do a magical angle. I'm not even sure they can aim yet. I'm not sure if it's 300 or 500 yards. Fuck it. It's the last torpedoes this boat's gonna launch. Barb sinking. Well, she got her torps off. I wonder if it's enough. Lost contact with the Minakaze. I still don't get how the Shira survived. I'd say that she shouldn't be able to. Considering that she took 3 torpedoes. Now mine are certainly going to start turning. Look all the way around. And sail by the ship harmlessly. That was not a pretty display of submarine work, but I still found it interesting. I still found it a good fight. I did not play it properly, but it was a good fight nonetheless. And we did sink another destroyer. I lost effectively 5 command points, I think. Oh well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. You're probably going to be rear seat admiraling or backseat admiraling this thing to Kingdom Come. So, be my guest. Let me know in the comments about all the stuff that I didn't do right. And we'll see if I can learn from that and do better in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next one.